So hi there, it's the Goo Dude, and today I want to talk about a review of my CPAP machine. Recently, I got diagnosed with sleep apnea. I actually went over to visit my mom, and she got kind of concerned because she could hear me snoring really loud, and a lot of the times she would hear me stop breathing, so she egged me to go get a CPAP test and get diagnosed. And so I thought about it and actually did, and very happy I did. I'll let you know everything that occurred and all of that. And nothing is sponsored. Nothing was given to me free. Everything I'm going to bring up, I paid for completely. All right, so yeah, I was feeling very tired, very sleepy. I'd actually at night, I work from home, so at night I'd just be sitting at my desk, falling in and out of sleep. I'd be tired throughout the day. Thought I would be sleeping good, wake up like at 9, 10 in the morning, real rested for what I thought was a good 8 to 9 hours, but to find out, no, that wasn't the case. But anyhow, so I'd wake up, and halfway through the day, all day I'd be groggy, I'd be sleepy. So what I finally decided to do is I went to this website, rest.sleepdoctor.com, and with the site you can get an at-home CPAP test, which what it is it's this little sensor. I wish I still had it to show you, but I don't. It's this little sensor that you actually hook on your finger and then the pad that you hook on your chest. How this really tests everything, I don't know, but I'm not the doctor at all. So you sleep with that, and then you go ahead and the results are uploaded through through a little app that you end up using. It's easy to put on. It doesn't really discomfort you or anything. Easy to sleep with, easy to use. So you take that test, the results get uploaded, and a few days later, a CPAP, a sleep specialist will end up calling you. And coincidentally, while I was waiting for the call, I ended up nodding in and out because of my sleep apnea. I found that kind of unfortunately hilarious, but I was just waiting on this call, and I was like, boom, so tired because apparently I was not sleeping at all. So here come the results. The doctor calls me, and he actually called me via a Zoom session. Although it wasn't a face-to-face Zoom session, he just left his screen blank, so all I could hear is audio. And he let me know that I was actually not breathing up to 90 times per hour. So that would definitely be a huge reason I was not. I was staying groggy. I was not feeling alert. 90 times an hour, I was potentially dying because I was not sleeping. So he ended up writing a prescription later on, and he emailed me that prescription, which I don't truly get why you need a prescription for a CPAP machine, but again, not a doctor. But it doesn't really seem like it's anything that could harm you, only help you, but hey. So I looked into several machines, and the one that I ended up getting was the Aeroflow Resvent IBreeze 20, which I'm about to show you. I'll be reviewing it. It was on the cheaper side, and I've had it for a couple of months, so I have some reviews of it, and it's mostly great. There are a few things that, in my mind, in my opinion, maybe could be changed. I don't know. I've never had another CPAP machine, so I can't compare if others are any easier, any worse, any bad. But anyhow, so let's go ahead and review my CPAP machine. Alright, so what I have here, and sorry for any type of mess, it's Halloween season, so got some things in the background that hopefully you won't focus on that because that's not really what this video is about. So here's my CPAP machine. It's not really big. Here's just an overview of it, how it looks. It came in this little carrying case, that I could use for travel or whatever. And so that's going to be a front display. That's going to be a little toggle wheel. And it just seems to stay on all the time when you got it plugged in. So here's the button where at any time you can go ahead and just start the airflow. And on this side, here's going to be your little area for a disposable filter that you can change. I change probably once a month. You could change sooner or later. It doesn't seem to really get too dirty too fast, so yeah. Alright, so here's our back. It's going to be your hose hookup and your power supply. And the power supply is pretty long, so you can go ahead and put it right next to your bed, but plug it in really anywhere you need. Right, and so here's going to be the humidifier chamber, which can be detached. I'll take that on in a moment. This was the standard hose that came with it. It's a 19 millimeter diameter hose, and this got your regular 22 millimeter feeding at the end, which can fit all machines. So this isn't the CPAP mask that came with it. And I'm sorry, it's probably going to be dirty in some areas. Forgive me. I'll make another video washing things. I won't wash the mask. This mask is an AirTouch F20, which in my review, since you can see I do have a beard, the F20 they said is the best mask for beards. This foam, to me, I really have found that it's been great. And they say this is going to last. Don't wash it or anything because it is foam. I've tried that and it's not really good. You just order one for about every 30 days. You don't have to go online and get a name brand from a name brand website. You can just get one off of Amazon. And there you go. So the hose actually has this quick connect, quick release. So when you need to get up and go to the bathroom or something, you just squeeze these tabs and it comes out of the mask really very easily. So that's the tube, the mask. So on to the machine. So the machine, it's got several great little aspects to it. It's a picture of your lungs, and they actually kind of breathe in and out when being used. So I just try to put it on, but I'm not breathing, so it's not gonna really do anything. It attaches to your Wi-Fi, so you can actually upload results to an app that comes with it, which I don't ever really use. I just kind of end up going here into the info screen, and you move through these different settings by just rotating the dial, and on whichever one you want to choose, you go ahead and just hit push in on the center, and it tells you pretty much like how you slept through the night. So how long I ended up using the mask last night was 7.3 hours. The apnea events I had was still 7.5 per hour, which I think is astoundingly greater than 90. I've read that you really don't ever have zero. Even normal people have some per hour, which I shouldn't say normal. Who isn't normal? So mask fit, how it feels the mask fit if you had any problems with air leakage or whatnot, which with the standard mask that comes with it that just have like the the gel type cushion, that one would leak, but this one I got no problems with it. So it says my mask fit is 3 stars. It's been saying that for a while now, so I like it. And then if you want to go back, you can actually, first you can actually choose different dates through here, but if you want to go back, just scroll the wheel up to this little back arrow, and go back, and then you can go to your humidity. This will allow you to go ahead and just set it to auto, or you can go ahead and set it to preheat. Well, actually, you can set the different magnifications of humidification here. I'm just going to keep it on auto because, why not? And mask fit, that's just going to allow you to kind of like test out your mask. So right now, since I don't even have the mask on, of course it's going to say bad, adjust. But I'll just stop testing. That was just a little brief thing. For comfort, you can choose a lot of different things. IPR, not fully sure of everything here yet. IPR, I've read that it's what helps like your breathing out versus a lot of this is about breathing in. I played with different settings, haven't really, to me, found a difference in much, so I'll just left that at 1. Auto start is where when you put the mask on and it detects your breathing, it automatically starts. So I'll leave that on. Auto stop, again, when you take the mask off, it will run for like a few seconds, but it will detect you're not breathing anymore, so we'll turn that off. And I generally leave that on, except every week when I clean this stuff. I'll show that in a follow-up video. I end up cleaning my hose and then reattaching it to the machine, turning auto stop off and running it for about 20 minutes or so the air will just continuously blow and blow through the hose to dry it out. And then you have your preheat setting, which can heat up the water within the humidifier chamber. And it's not going to heat it up anything where it's warm or hot, just more comfortable if you're in a cold area. I'm in South Carolina. I'm in the house where with my preferred temperature, I keep it at 69. And the water's never cold to me when I put it on and first you start using it. So I always leave that off. Then we have a pre-ramp setting, which you can set it to your maximum. This thing is supposed to go up to 4.0 centimeters of H2O, which again, I'm not fully sure about all this, but I just leave it at 3. That's the word for me. It's whatever. So then we have a ramp time setting, and that's a setting of how many minutes until it actually goes up to the maximum that you've set it at. So it can kind of allow you to fall asleep in that 10 minutes. If that's a good enough time for you, yay. But you can actually set it, and I'll just leave it at 10 minutes. Might change it, might play around. And then you can adjust your tube types. I have the standard. Well, I don't think I actually have the standard. I said that earlier, but I think I have the 15 millimeter. You saw it. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that was the 15 millimeter that came with it. So you can choose 15 millimeter, 19 millimeter, the others that you see that I don't know about. And then you can change between the mask type. Full face, pillow, or nasal. I don't really know that the nasal would work for me because I'm a huge mouth breather when I sleep. So I don't see that would benefit me. So yeah, I go with the full face mask. Alright, and so here is, that's the settings through it, and here's going to be the humidification chamber, which this is one thing that I don't fully like, but again, I can't really compare it to any others, and sorry for any not great folks or anything. I'm just doing this with one hand. It's not the easiest to pull out. It's not hard at all, but you do need to have a little bit of strength. So if you don't have that strength, it might be hard, but I can't compare to that. And it's got some water in it, which I'll be cleaning today, so I'll be dumping that out. And of course it is distilled. I only use distilled water. And it opens easy. It's got a little latch right here that you just pop open and you can fill it up, dump it out. One thing that I'm not liking when you go to clean it is how this little tube to get in the humidification is in the way to really get to the bottom. So what I do is I clean this the best I can, and I've actually had crud that will build up on this pad, even though it is distilled water. I'm not the best. I clean this every single week and only use distilled water, but I do leave the water in there. I know I'm supposed to dump it out every morning, preferably, but what I do is I've learned to put enough in there generally. Obviously, it's not the way this morning. I put enough in there generally where it will be wiped out by the next morning anyway. But yeah, it's all one piece. I kind of wish somehow this could come apart because of that tube. It would make it easier to clean. But anyhow, what I do is I clean this part by hand. And then because of the tube making it harder to get in the way to make sure that it fully gets cleaned, I run it through my dishwasher. But this isn't the only thing. I hand clean the tube. I wipe the thing down, of course. Overall, overall, I do like this machine. If I were to buy another one, which I probably will down the line, but they're expensive. They're on the more expensive side. I mean, you're looking at your standard run of the mill, not mid grade like this one, but not even to me looking like it really does anything different. Those can cost like 800, 900 plus dollars, and that's just wow. This thing was like $300. So if you want to go get it, I definitely say it's worth it. The only thing I don't like is that humidification chamber tube I've showed you about. But I'm sure other ones are just the same. So overall, I definitely recommend this. And if you're feeling groggy throughout the day, feeling like you could even potentially have sleep apnea, I would say go ahead and get that test. It's definitely, if you have sleep apnea and end up having sleep apnea, getting a CPAP machine, it's kind of changed my days. No longer am I really groggy throughout the day. I've never really been a morning person, so I don't just snap up out of bed when my alarm clock goes off. I usually hit the snooze button lots of times. I set my alarm well before I got to get up so I can do that snooze over and over, which, yeah, I've always thought is dumb, but anyhow, it's what I do. And so, yeah, I don't feel groggy throughout the day. I mean, there are times throughout the day, it's just, I think, a normal feeling where you will feel a little bit tired, but nothing like I was when I was dying up to 90 times per hour. So, yeah, and there are actually days where I don't feel any type of grogginess. No longer am I just laying on the couch and just zoning in and out and just crashing and snoring loudly. I'm up throughout the night. I can easily make it. I can wake up at 9 a.m. and I can easily, not that I might want to or might not want to, but I can make it till about 2 in the morning next day and then go to sleep and start it all over with my CPAP machine and be fine. So all in all, I definitely recommend this machine because it is on the cheaper side. I don't see the machine itself being cheap quality or anything. It's just on the cheaper side compared to those $600 to $900 plus machines that all seemed like they do the same thing as this one does. This one was $300. I got it at cpapsupplies.com. They actually sell all replacement parts for everything that you might need. Again, nothing was sponsored here, so any website I mentioned, they're not paying me for anything, and they didn't give me anything. So all been out of pocket. Was on the pricey side, but it's definitely been worth it. And I don't see having to pay for any other machine here anytime soon. Cleaning it and maintaining it would be good enough. I might end up getting a hose. I'll get another mask. Like I said, you can just go on Amazon and get the Air Touch, and I think a replacement's like $20 to $30. So you can do it every month if you want, but I find probably just every couple of months would be fine. Just when to you it looks like it has gotten really dirty from your face. I mean, if you're showering multiple times a day, it's going to be how good you keep your face clean. But it's still going to get dirty because regardless of not, you say you don't, but I'm sure you drool while you sleep. I definitely do. So You probably saw some brown spots on it. Ew, sorry about that. But yeah, that's where the drool just hits it. I drool the most out of my left side because I sleep on my left side, so the drool just always pulls and makes that corner crusty. So yeah, change it how often you like. I don't think you actually have to change it every month, but to be best, why not if you can afford it, you know? But yeah, so I'm gonna do a follow up. I'm gonna be cleaning this a little bit later today. It's a Sunday. Sunday is just my normal day off from my job, so that's the day I like to clean it because it's gonna be great to clean it once a month. So I'll follow up on. I'll do a video on that a little bit later today. But yeah, thanks for watching my review video. If you liked it, or if you have any type of questions on it, you can comment and just ask me a question or tell me your opinion and what you use. I'd like to learn about this stuff since I actually have to end up using it. But yeah, if you just want to see more random things about me reviewing or doing what I do, just comment and like and subscribe. Hey, cool. I'll see you later. I appreciate anyone watching. Y'all have an excellent day. Peace out.